Okay, welcome to the first episode of Roadkill Grand Theft Auto. I am your host Killbeef, and whilst we're at it, we might as well talk about what we're going to be doing here. First things we're going to be testing out are the Halloween vehicles, just so anyone that does want them will know, wow, is this really worth buying? Do I really have to spend all this much money on it? Well, I'm here to show you whether you need to or not, or whether it's worth it. Firstly, we have, I think it's called the Frankenstallion or something. I really can't pronounce half the names on Grand Theft Auto, but she is a beauty. Look at that engine. That is bigger than any engine in the other cars. Oh, and one of the coolest features would be if you can see that supercharger belt right there, and I start up the old hinge on. Oh, look at that. It rocks and it rolls. Bit of a thumbs up to GTA for that. So without further ado, we'll get to our first little test. Okay, test number one is going to involve a few things. It's going to involve the full throttle launch burnout takeoff, how fast this thing can go till I get to a really big bend, and if the bend's good enough, I'll see if it drifts really well around that. So there's a few tests right there. And go. That is a big burnout. Sounds good from the inside, but if you want to hear that supercharger, you gotta be on the outside. It feels like it's going a lot faster than it says it is. Let's try for the old drift. Oh yeah, she'll do okay on the drift. Alright, we could do a water challenge right now too, see if it'll drown. Nope, but it likes doing fishies in the water. Or rooster tails as the Americans call them. Donut test. Getting a lot of tests done here in one. See if we can get it to do a perfect donut. I don't know if it will. Nah, she's a little bit too long and too low in the front. But either way, this car's getting the thumbs up from me. Let's try just a standard takeoff with no acceleration, like just punch it. Ready, set, go! That was half of the length of a full rev burnout. Interesting. Okay, I thought of another way to test this car. We have the rolling kickback test. So it's gone into gear. Kick it back. Yeah, she rips up nice. Bit of a street race test. Let's try that out while we're on our way to our next test pattern or next test location. Oh, the brakes are not the best. It does not handle that well around the corners. Just loves to do burnouts, this thing. It's pretty maneuverable, but okay, we're back. I think we call this the final test. Let's see if this thing can fly. Oh yeah. Oh shit. She doesn't handle too bad. Hit the brakes. I'd call that a very successful run. And this car definitely gets the thumbs up from me. Until then, well actually, until we get to the next car. Actually, I'll make it one episode per car, depending on the time. So if the other cars are in this episode and we can fit them in, that's how it's gonna go. Until then, we'll see. Okay, we're back with vehicle number 2, the Albany Lurcher, which is a beautiful car. Probably needs a better interior, but what can you get from a hearse, you know? And there's one of the main features for those that don't know about it. Yeah. Alright, so let's get into it. We will close down those doors. That might be an idea. Like last time. A full rev burnout launch, speed and drift test, water, burnouts, you know. There's my handbrake mark from before. This thing does really good handbrakies. Ooh, it's actually pretty fast. Still climbing. Go for the old drift. Well, it does drift, but it didn't want to at that point. I was a little bit too late. We'll try that out again in a second. Alright, let's go for a bit of a drift. Oh yeah. Let's give it the old donut test. Well, this one doesn't do too bad. Very nice. Yeah, standard launch with a train in the background for the noise. Well, I'll do that again because I wasn't watching where I was aimed. Let's go. Standard launch. That did pretty damn good. Time for the rolling kickback and street race test. That was a downhill one. Stupid phone call. Don't drink and drive. Yeah, don't do that either. Don't drink and drive, and don't play on your phone while you're driving. That's what happens. Okay, it's time for that jump test. Hope I've got a big enough runoff. I'm gonna blow up. Holy crap. So close to death. But yeah, what a great car. Okay, we have one more vehicle to test. We shall be back. Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and vehicle number 3. We have here, what is it? The Santos. I think it's a LCC Santos. Might be mistaken, but I doubt it. Those headlights are beautiful. It's just an all-around nice bike. And there's got a couple of tricks up its sleeve as well, as you might see. Oh yeah. It's a little bit rough on the front suspension. I'll show you how in a minute. Front brakes. Yeah, that's how come it's rough on the front suspension right there. So if you sit there with your handbrake on and push forward, no, it's not doing it now. Used to bounce back and forwards. They've fixed it, unless it's only when you're riding. Yeah, no, they've fixed it. Well, let's take her in the water. Yeah, I'm not going to stay in there forever because that will die. That was almost halfway over the engine. But this is another thing that it does better than others. I mean, how many bikes can drift out of burnout like that? And no hands. That is freaking awesome. Alrighty. Just a standard launch already. Yeah, very good. Okay, we'll see if this will do a rolling kickback, and then we'll have a bit of a street race. Pops burnout, does burnouts while it's popping wheelies, that's pretty good. Very manoeuvrable. And very fast, and no, I can't tell you how fast I'm going because this thing doesn't have a speedo. That's the front end view. Good brakes. Okay, so it's the jump test for the bike. Let's go. See if it flips well too, eh? That did not work, so we are going to try that again. Okay. Okay, it's not the best jumper in the world. I think it's a little bit heavy. For me, it still gets a thumbs up. And for the finale, a lap on criminal records to really, really test it out. Look at that backfire it lets off, that's awesome. I knew that was going to happen. This thing doesn't turn for shit. Still a beautiful bike, but a cruiser. Got it that time, just fucking use the dirt. Excuse my P's and Q's. Damn. Let's see how time we got. 29 seconds 62. Okay, time to test out the Franken stage. Listen for that supercharger. Oof, oof. Nearly took out my back wheel. Yeah. Wonder what time we got. 30 seconds. Okay, we're under the lurcher. And we keep it on the road. Ooh, these big old heavy cars usually handle pretty good. Damn.